It's being called a must-see event for stargazers. The Geminid Meteor Shower is set to peak this week, and we've got a front row seat right here in Saskatchewan. Tim Jaworski joins us this morning to talk about the science behind what we're seeing in the sky and how he recommends we check it out. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Chris.
Geminid Meteor Shower, something we usually need to brave the frigid temperatures for. Not so much this year. It's looking pretty good, hey?
Yeah, the only thing that we got to hope for now is some clear skies, because we're not going to be freezing our tails off like usual.
Well, and I did a little check on my way in today to check the sky, and it was cloudy this morning. Yeah. But so I'd like to ask you about your recommendations on how to view it. But I'd like to start with the science behind it. What are we seeing in the sky with the Geminid meteor shower?
Well, basically, what we're seeing with any meteor shower is essentially the Earth passing through a path of debris, sort of like driving over a gravel road and kicking up stones. But what's unique about the Geminids is that while most meteor showers are caused by the debris left by a comet, with the Geminids, it's the debris from an asteroid. Okay. It's actually an asteroid that orbits around the sun like we do, but every 1.25 years. Yeah. The other thing about it is it's a relatively new meteor shower. It was first observed in 1862, whereas you look at something like the Perseids, that goes back to, I think, 36 AD when it was first seen. So when we go through that gravel road, instead of kicking up rocks in the windshield, they're burning up in the atmosphere and creating that streak that we see through the sky.
Okay, so as we're talking about this, we're actually viewing some of your photographs here. You do amazing work capturing the night sky, and I'd like to ask you about that. But with this coming up, it peaks on Thursday. About how many would we see per hour?
Well, the peak itself is going to be about 120 to 160 per hour. But in a realistic standpoint, we would see probably about 10 to 15% of that, which still means if the sky's clear, 20 to 30 bright meteors an hour, which is a pretty cool show.
Yeah, so where do you go check this out? Where's the best way? Obviously, you probably want to get out of the city, away from that light pollution.
Ideally, yeah, get away from light pollution. I would head sort of east or northeast of the city. Get the city behind you. The radiant point is in the eastern sky. If you look towards the east, you'll see two bright stars stacked on top of each other. That's Castor and Pollux from Gemini, the constellation. That's the radiant point. Now, the meteors themselves can happen all around you, but that's where they're going to appear to be coming from. So get to a dark sky, take a comfortable chair, take a warm drink. All
right, so it sounds like an amazing time to be out there, especially, like I said, with the weather conditions ideal for this. Now, you've been photographing the night sky you've got a lot of experience and some amazing photos from that. If someone's just starting out, just to getting into photography and for space, what would you recommend? Where do people start to try to achieve what you have?
Well, start with a camera, either a mirrorless or DSLR camera, the kind where you could change lenses. Camera, tripod, the widest angle lens you've got. Put your ISO very high, 3200 ISO. Go to the widest possible aperture. Focus at infinity, and then take some sample shots. I would shoot somewhere about 15 to 20 second exposures. Set your camera's interval timer to take one after another, after another, after another, until you tell it to stop. So point the camera to where you hope you're going to see meteors. Let the timer do the work. You sit back in the chair, enjoy the show, and then the next morning over your coffee, look through those images and find the ones where you captured the meteor.
Next time we talk, I'll have to ask you how you get those shots. I'm blown away by your shots of Saturn. You can actually see the rings on Saturn, and you've got them on your Facebook, Instagram as well, and we've been showing them this morning. But we'll have to save that for another time.
Absolutely.
Now, just actually quickly, what time of night would we want to be out there?
Well, the best time is always going to be from midnight to sunrise.
Okay.
But like I'm going to be in an event at Beaver Creek with Meewasin. We're going to be there from 9 p.m. to midnight. And then after that, if anyone wants to still enjoy the show, we'll move off to somewhere in the country off-site as they're going to close the site. But even like I say, from 9 o'clock on, you've got a good chance of seeing something.
Looking forward to it. This is going to be a great time. Tim, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this today.
Well, I really appreciate the soapbox.
Anytime.